Meeting day. I sat down outside his office with a tool shed's worth of equipment hidden all over my body, just waiting to go to work on him. The door opened and a giant figure of a man appeared over me with a bullet hole where one of his eyes used to be. I stared up and took one last breath before he said I could go in. Walking towards the door, I turned around and whispered a few words of wisdom. If I were you, I wouldn't come in the office for at least 20 minutes. As I shut the door behind me, I could hear the thunder outside crackling as if it were the devil itself, raining hell on earth. I turned around to a face more welcome than a donut to a policeman.
Holy hell, Axel. What brings you onto this roller coaster ride?
I think you'll know why I'm here, Chase.
And then it hit me. Why was Axel here? I mean, the only possible reason he could have for being here is if he was undercover tracking someone down. But then who's he tracking down that's worth catching? The truth was a piercing arrow slamming hard into my chest. He was after...
Me? You're after me? But why? I mean, you knew I was going to do this. I mean, I told you. Son of a bitch. You set me up! I trusted you and you set me up!
They said if you cooperate, we may be able to ease your sentence.
Go to hell, Axel.
It was obvious to me that Axel had become nothing more than another lackey for the feds, and another obstacle in my way.
God damn it, Axel! Don't stop me now! I'm so close I can smell it in the air around me. Just let me finish what I started, then you can take me in. Please!
Chase, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't you know what you've done? Can you see it?
What? I don't understand. Listen, if they told you it was me, then they're wrong. I must have been set up.
Alright, Chase. I'm gonna need an insurance policy.
What are you talking about, an insurance policy?
I could lose everything over this, Chase. If I get screwed because I help you, I'd want to know my kid was safe.
You should be thankful, Axel. At least you still got a family to look after.
That could have all been avoided, Chase, and you know it.
Home truths were becoming an all too familiar feeling by now. The American dream is a far-fetched place to someone who lost it without even realizing they had it to begin with. The fairy of a perfect family picture burns up in flames all because the husband decided to stay back late one night, exchanging family time for party time.
Listen, forget what I just said, Chase. I'm gonna give you a month before I bring your sorry ass in. Just get out of here, while you still can.
Axel had thrown me a lifeline, and I was grateful for that. I'd be sending him the money. After all, he'd gone out on a limb and I wouldn't be using it anymore anyway. Little did he know, however, that in a few months' time he wouldn't even be able to find me, let alone cuff me. He'd be seeing me again, though. I had a feeling he knew a little more than he'd been letting on. After I managed to compose myself and put together what had just happened, I heard a giant thud against the office door. All I could hear were police sirens and a very angry giant screaming as he broke the door in, making sure even the wood chippings and splinters suffered a cruel death. I took a piercing stare at Axel and ran balls first at the huge caveman smashing through the door. I peered slightly behind me and saw Axel moving through the fire exit before turning round to see a groundbreaking haymaker explode directly into my nose. I had managed to pop off a few rounds after hitting the deck to scare Mr. Fix It off. Or could it have been the fact that several explosives had just sent the building into early retirement? Mr. Fix It began his savage escape, destroying everything and anything in his way. Now Axel began his escape, probably with a bit more flair than Mr. Fix It to make a quick exit. Finally, it was my turn. I only do what I have to make my escape. After all, I was a cop. A Someone anyway. My eyes can't help but glance at the tortured, burning bodies leaping out of the windows of the building where the meeting had taken place just 20 minutes earlier. From where I was standing, things weren't looking good, but maybe it was just me being negative. The police were after me, the FBI had sent Axel undercover to bring me in, and the gang world now thought I was a traitor out to kill them all. Not too far off the mark, I must admit. It took a long time spent running and hiding from the world I used to love, but finally, 2 years later, I received an anonymous phone call telling me to wait at the dock in downtown New York at 9 p.m. sharp. I knew it was a trap, yet something told me this could lead me back to Axel if he was still alive. The welcoming committee at the dock threw a real good party for me. I managed to snap a couple of necks and spray a few bullets around, but they eventually got on top of me and handed me the beating of my life. As I passed out, I fell deep into the empty craters where my sane mind used to lay, and delved deeper into the insane. It was like a ticking time bomb swaying inside my head.
Wake up, death dealer.
We don't want the Grim Reaper to think his rival's ready for a face-to-face, do we?
Death Dealer, a nickname given by the lowlives after I took out a restaurant full of Japanese yakuzas in the midsummer.
The boss and an old friend would like a weapon for.
I peer around the room to see Axel standing directly in front of me, surrounded by Big Vinny's troop by the looks of things. I then look slightly to the right of Axel and see a TV screen switched on, showing a blurred out vision of a face which begins to speak.
I come to you on behalf of Big V. He's angered by the endless amount of problems you have caused him, and wishes to let you know he found great satisfaction in hearing a response to attack your family being successful.
Well, I knew for definite that Big V ordered the attack thanks to Axel's tip-off he just gave in getting me here. Luckily, I can rest easily knowing that Big V had been executed a year previously. All I wanted to know now is who set up the attack on my family.
Although Big V is now passed, he wishes for you to know that you could give up at any time and save yourself. But if not, he shall take great pleasure in death, knowing that you shall soon be joining him.
Well, here it comes, the final story to the Highwayman's book. I was about to be blown away and neither I nor Axel could do anything about it. Crazy bastard tried to anyway though. A beautiful devil woman entered bearing gifts. It was as if she had a heart colder than I could issue. Those bastards are. And even so, it was like they were somehow drawn to me, like moths flying towards an electrified light.
What are you doing, guys? Get up!
She had spoken. Maybe it's time to leave.
I think it's about time those two highwaymen got the hell out of here. Don't you, Chase?
Favorite words couldn't come from an angel, pal.
No use, guys. The only way we're gonna get out of here is in body bags.
A mysterious woman wandered into a nearby corridor to continue the fight.
Quick! There's an elevator shaft over there!
Wait right here! Chase, get over here!
Chase, get the fuck over here!
No, Chase. Salve these things on your own. I've got to get back to my wife.
That's all. Your wife's dead.
Guilt pulled down upon me as the elevator thrust downwards. I needed something to calm me down when I got out of here. The woman vanished as quick as she'd appeared, and I headed toward my apartment.